In this video, we discuss 21 Savage's immigration history. Keep on watching to the end to find out whether 21 Savage can eventually live in the US legally. So first, I just want to give a timeline of events of things that have happened that have led him to the point where he is now. The first thing that happened when he was a kid, he came to the US from the UK, from Britain on a tourist visa, a B1, B2. That visa only allows people to be in the US for a certain amount of time. You generally, even though the passport, the visa is given for, let's say, 10 years, it doesn't allow you to be in the US for 10 years. It's just like a license, duration is good for 10 years. The actual tourist visa allows for a maximum of 6 months of time in the US, in a given year. What happened? They came to the US, they overstayed their visa. Once that happened, immigration, ICE, they could place them in removal proceedings. This happened when he was a kid. For whatever reason, immigration didn't go after him. But when he recently made a song, sometime thereafter, that's when ICE went after him. So ICE does have the authority. They can place him. They did legally place him in removal proceedings. So once he was placed in removal proceedings, according to his lawyer, he then applied for a U visa in approximately 2017. So his attorney, Charles H. Cook, stated that he applied for the U visa. The attorney told the outlet that 21 Savage applied for U visa in 2017 and the application is still under review. So at the moment, he has a U visa pending and he is in removal proceedings. ICE wants to deport him. The first thing I will say is that when you're in immigration court proceedings, the ICE attorney, which is basically like a district attorney, the district attorney brings forth cases, they try cases, if someone commits a crime, the district attorney is the one saying, hey, we need to convict you for this. They bring these charges. With immigration, it is similar. And the prosecutor in immigration court is the ICE attorney. So here they're bringing these charges. His attorney is the one defending him. And basically, although it's not public, it's likely what happened at this point. Because a U visa was submitted, it's likely that the attorney filed some motion, some legal documents requesting that the immigration judge put a pause on the immigration court proceeding because 21 Savage, he has a path to obtain a green card. He has a path to become lawfully in the US, have a lawful immigration status. And it's likely that's what happened because usually immigration court proceedings, they go pretty quickly. In some cases, if they've been pending for numerous years, they're going to drag on a lot longer. But I believe that's what happened in this case. And, it can happen. It does happen that attorney requests for the court to put the case on pause so that they can have their family petition, their U visa, whatever kind of petition submitted, they can have that decided. They can have that looked at by immigration. If they approve it, if USCIS, if immigration approves the U visa, or let's say someone submits a family petition, if that gets approved, then ICE can no longer deport them because now they got a legal status, right? So if the U visa, if 21 Savage gets a U visa, he's going to be lawfully here in the US. And because he is now lawfully here in the US, ICE can no longer deport him. So I believe that's what the judge is waiting for. If you want to see more videos like this, please let me know by hitting that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel a lot. Most people watching are not subscribed, so please do that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, what is a U visa? Okay. A U visa has been around for a long time. Right here is the USCIS website. The U visa has been around since about 2000. But what is it? How can you qualify for it? I have other videos up here that you can check out that discuss that, but just for a quick synopsis, this is what you have to prove in order to be eligible for a U visa. The first thing, you're the victim of a qualifying crime. You may be asking, what is a qualifying crime? We'll get to that here. But this is the first requirement. The second one, that you've suffered substantial physical or mental abuse because of the qualifying crime. The third thing, you have information about the criminal activity. The fourth requirement, that you're helpful, you were, or you are likely to be helpful to law enforcement in investigating or prosecuting the crime. And the last thing, that the crime occurred in the US. So if we go back to the article, it says that he applied for the U visa because he was the victim of a crime, exactly what we ran through. The attorney said that 21 Savage was shot during a 2013 incident where his best friend was murdered, and that Savage was deeply affected by his friend's death. And since he's a victim of a crime, that puts him on a path to getting the U visa. I'll go in reverse chronological order. The crime occurred in the U.S. He was shot here. It occurred here. You're helpful to law enforcement. It's likely they made a police report. If not, maybe they're discussing, with the prosecutor, maybe that goes against his street cred, in terms of all his rap songs. But for the U visa, if he made the police report, if he's helping the DA, then that would satisfy that element, that requirement. You have information about the criminal activity. So yeah, if he made a police report, he was shot, it's likely the cops are called, but it's likely that these requirements have been met so far. You suffered substantial physical or mental abuse because of the crime. I mean, dude was shot, by a gun. I'm pretty sure that's, something that I've never been shot, but I'm pretty sure if you are, it's going to be an excruciating amount of pain. So for sure, physical injury is going to be substantial. He also maybe is going, to psychologists or maybe did, to speak about this. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to meet this requirement. In my opinion, the most difficult one is going to be, are they the victim of a qualifying criminal activity? And right here, these are all the different criminal activities that qualify you for the U visa. It's not just one kind of case. There's various different ones. I know what I tell clients, the most common, domestic violence. But there's other ones, hostage, felonious assault, false imprisonment, if you have been extorted, manslaughter, murder, prostitution, rape, etc., torture. I mean, the thing that I imagine the arguments for 21 Savage is going to be that, so it says right here, his best friend was murdered. I imagine they're going to argue, murder, manslaughter, felonious assault, that he's been the victim. And the thing about it, I mean, usually, like, let's say, for example, with domestic violence, I mean, if you yourself are the direct victim of the domestic violence, your argument is, hey, I've suffered abuse, I've been raped, I've been beaten up. All of those are arguments to show that you've been the direct victim. And because you've been the direct victim, you can show like, hey, I qualify for the U visa. As far as for murder and manslaughter, I mean, he is likely the indirect victim. I mean, maybe the argument is because they attempted to kill, they killed the friend. Maybe they all were also attempting to murder him. And if that's the case, then it's possible the argument would be here, hey, I was the victim of attempted murder. Because of that, I qualify for the U visa. What's going to be very important to verify, is the police report that they made. What was the penal code section that the police was claiming that he was a victim of? I'm pretty sure, if his friend was murdered, it's likely maybe like, hey, whatever penal code section it is for the state that it happened in, it's likely murder, attempted murder, manslaughter, but it's a pretty, serious crime. And even if it isn't, I'm pretty sure they're going to make arguments, that even if it's not murder or manslaughter, it is akin, it is similar to one of those. So he should qualify. There's arguments to be made there for 21 Savage. And it's either going to be one of those, in my opinion, that he's the victim of attempted murder, of attempted manslaughter, second degree murder, whatever the distinction is. I believe that's going to be the argument. The last point that I want to mention with the U visa, the U visas typically take about 4 to 5 years. There is a backlog, so many people have submitted U visas, and that's why it's taking so long. If he submitted this in 2017, now that we are in 2022, crazy to think, right? But now that we're here, it's likely that maybe this year or sometime next year, we're going to hear more about whether 21 Savage did get his U visa approved. And the good thing about this is if he does, like I was saying before, he's going to be a legal immigrant here. Once he gets that U visa, if he does get it, he'll be able to become a legal permanent resident and then eventually a citizen. Once he gets his legal immigration status, he can then tell the judge, hey, because I have my lawful immigration status, you can no longer deport me because I'm legal. Close the proceedings, terminate them. The other thing I will say too about the U visa, if someone has prior negative things that would negatively affect his immigration case, for example, with 21 Savage, he overstayed his visa, which is a negative factor. There's a whole bunch of other negative factors if you have prior criminal history, things like that. With the U visa, even though you have these negative factors, generally the U visa can waive them, it can forgive them depending upon what the negative factors are. So that's also another great benefit that 21 Savage has. I hope you learned something from this video. If you want to see more reaction or analysis videos about people's immigration life story history, let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you.